Hey guys, it's Misty Eyez, and I'm here with an Ask Misty from Thayer Gaines. Dear Misty, I am a high school queen getting ready to do a play in school in Naples. Everyone is pumped for it and happy for me because I'm the first in our school to push the boundary of gender illusion. I am a makeup artist, so I have a full kit, and I've even made hip pads and have many wigs to handle the job. What are your tips for me? Again, asked by Thayer Gaines. All right, Thayer. Very simple. All right, Thayer. I actually started in theater as well. I was in theater way before I even knew what drag was. I, of course, would try on the pretty dresses and the gowns and possibly wigs when there was one. But I didn't even know what drag was. I didn't even know what being a transsexual was. I didn't know what anything was except for being a drag queen. But I will tell you that back in Shakespearean times, that's where drag got its title from. That's where drag was started. Back in the olden days, it was illegal for women to have jobs. Women's job was literally only to give birth and raise your family for their men. So men had to work, men had to pay the bills, and therefore when Shakespeare had plays, for example, Romeo and Juliet, men had to play the role of Juliet. It was illegal to have women in plays. So he would write scripts and say, all right, this is Misty's line. Misty doing role as girl, Juliet, and therefore drag doing role as girl. So they would put titles, the names in the column, and then put DRAG in the side. And therefore, drag. So then they would look at the play and like, oh, we have 3 drag queens. Well, I think the word queen came later, but we have 3 drags this show, and dressing and doing roles as women is where the word and title of drag came from. So I'm very, very proud of you. But you asked for tips. Well, again, I started off in theater. That's where my makeup background came from as well. But after becoming a quote-unquote famous drag queen or well-known entertainer, I actually went back to the theater and did a role in a community play. And I will tell you, the stage fright that I had was more intense than anything I've ever experienced on stage as a drag queen. And I think primarily because if you miss your lines affect other people. Now, if I'm on stage as Misty Eyez and I'm just talking noise or trash or whatever, I could say whatever I want. But if I'm on stage as a role or a character that was written by somebody else, I have to do what they want. I have to do what they envision. I have to do, and if I don't say, is the car here? Then maybe they're not going to be able to say their lines. And it will flub up the whole play, and they're waiting for me to say the word car so they can say their sentence, and if I don't say their car, they don't say nothing, and then it's stage fright. So, just like my number 1 tip for being a drag queen, learn your lines. I hate watching a drag queen perform a musical performance when they don't know the words. It's so bad. But it would be even worse for a theatrical performance, in drag or not. Please know your lines. That would be my number 1 advice. Other than that, hold your head high, carry yourself with courage and pride, own that role, become that role, and turn it. Loving you is easy.